Then shall we depart? Otome and I started to walk to school. I know. Our breath was of course white. It was winter, so it's supposed to be cold, but it felt especially cold today. I looked up at the sky. I saw the grey, overcast sky. You may be right. You know, I may have actually misspelled grey in the birthday scenario thing now that I think about it. But whatever, it felt like it was going to snow. Snow. Why? I see. That's right, today is Christmas Eve. I forgot about it until she mentioned it. Santa-san, huh? Normally I'd have answered no. I clenched my fist tightly, and then opened it. There was a dorayaki exactly like I imagined in the palm of my hand. Do you want it? I have a fairy tale-like power like that myself. Therefore, yes, it's possible that someone who is fairy tale-like who passes out presents on Christmas Eve. I'm sure it's someone like a magician. I can't say he doesn't exist, but of course I can't say he does either. Oops. Is he one of your relatives? Otome's family had some magician lineage on her mother's side, and Otome had definitely inherited the blood. Other than her, I just knew Junichi-san could use magic. Junichi-san, Otome, and Otome's deceased mother Yuki-san. Come to think of it, there are quite a few magicians around me. I'm not grateful in any way at all. She sounded more wishful than convinced. Her eyes were telling me she believed it instantly. Do you hang a stocking even now? Otome turned red, but when she still did. No reason. As I said so, I couldn't help smiling. She pouted and puffed her cheeks. I imagined Otome hanging her stocking next to her bed. She'd hang her stocking excitedly and couldn't fall asleep because of the anticipation. Slap! She pretended to be angry to hide her embarrassment. No, I wasn't. Under the cloudy sky, I realized that I thought Otome was cute behaving this way. Silence filled the classroom. Nobody would answer the class president's question. And I am apparently, as the birthday scenario at the start of this whole recording said, I'm apparently admired by her because I broke the sink. How random. Frankly, we were at a stalemate. Oh? The class president agreed with Anzu. Some of our classmates were nodding too. As she exhaled, the class president looked into the hallway. There was already a long, winding line of people outside our classroom. I'm kind of getting the impression that Koko isn't able to play the character in this route, so it makes a difference. I imagine Otome is gonna fill in. That's my prediction. Silence again. Nobody could just accept the idea of cancelling the show. We all worked so hard for today, but... Show must go on. たとえどんな状況であったとしても、客がいる限り幕は開けるべきだと思ってる。少なくとも演劇部ではそうしてきたわ。でもね、ココがいないんじゃどうしようもないでしょ。Knew it. そうだよね。 So choices really just like changed the overall flow of the plot in general then. She was right. We were only an amateur group after all. We didn't have enough people to have an understudy standing by in case of a missing actor. There's nothing we could do when the heroine was absent. As we worked on our final stage prep after lunch, Koko collapsed. She had been overexerting herself even when she wasn't feeling well. Koko still insisted on performing despite that, but I forced her to go to the nurse's office. And here we are. And if you had paid more attention to her, I suppose, or Anzu, it wouldn't have ended this way, like this, would it? But it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's obvious, really, that Otome gonna be, like, brought in. And here we are. I remembered Koko sobbing as she apologized to me while lying in the bed in the nurse's office. I mean, I know this is all supposed to be, like, all just like, oh no, what are we going to do kind of scene, but it's just too predictable to me, honestly. Knowing how Koko is, she'd feel so guilty if the show got cancelled. She'd feel responsible for the cancellation and blame herself. If possible, I wanted to avoid that situation, because there was nothing she could have done. Everyone gets sick. We all know how hard Koko was working. That's why I didn't want her to feel guilty about it. However, there wasn't a solution either.
これが演劇部の連中だったら、地平道吐かせてでも板の上に立たせるんだけどね。
Anzu muttered mortifyingly.
誰かシャルル役できるやついない？
Wataru asked the girls. They all looked away. It was an expected response. If there was someone who could do that, we wouldn't be so concerned. Oh, come on, man. There is certainly someone. It's been freaking building up to this point all along. Suganami, don't you have any ideas? Think, you dense idiot! Who identifies with a character well enough to and memorized all the lines, you...
さすがに厳しいな。俺とてどうにもできないことはある。
しょうがないわね。並んでくれているお客さんたちには悪いけど。
The class president stood up. I guess it's all over. It's unfortunate, but I hope Koko doesn't feel responsible for this. I looked at the line of people. I saw Otome at the head of the line. She was peeking through the glass section of the door. She looked worried, perhaps because she sensed something was wrong. Otome was looking forward to this performance too. She helped me practice so much, and you are not even thinking, wait, we could have her fill in. But he's not gonna think that right away. I feel bad. I got it! He's finally, the gears are ticking. There is a way! Wait a minute! I stopped the class president who was about to let everyone know we were canceling the show.
何？桜井。
I think there's someone who can take Koko's place.
お、マジで？
Yeah, she has all of Charles' lines memorized.
誰？
Anzu asked in an unusually sharp tone.
どこにいるの？
Everyone looked at me. She's right there. I walked towards the door. I looked at Otome, and it was a very obvious outcome. I never thought these practice sessions we had would come in handy like this. Well, it was pretty obvious something like this was gonna go down, really, with all the kind of foreshadowing it had. I'm so thankful for Otome. I opened the door with a rattle, although it would have been weird if you just like, Yume! He's just like, what? I didn't memorize the lines.
どうかした？
Otome had no idea what was about to happen. Otome, I have a favor to ask you. Piss off, Jabba.
無理だよ。そんなの無理。
Otome panicked woefully. You can do it, Otome. You know all the lines, right?
それは覚えてるけど。
But, like she said, doesn't feel confident in performing on stage, although it is, you know, a puppet show.
お願いします。
And Zubat.
もう乙女さんだけが頼りなんです。
You know, isn't the boy's name Eto as well? So That's a bit awkward, really, isn't it? You got his name, which is Eto, and then saying, like, is the equivalent of going, Eto. Just like, so it'd be like, Eto would be Eto, Eto. Just like, you talking to me, or are you just kind of mumbling there? Just like, Otome looked so woefully when the three of us bowed to her. Everyone in our class looked at Otome. She grabbed my arm for help. Please, Otome. You really are the only one we can rely on, please. Everyone worked so hard for today, so we really don't want to cancel the show, plus for Koko's sake too. Knowing how she is, she'll feel responsible and blame herself if the show is cancelled. So I don't want to cancel it. I beg you, Otome. I looked into Otme's eyes. Did you put on puppy dog eyes? Otome. Thank you. Otome looked unusually unconfident. But you can do it, Otome. She was playing Charles perfectly at home. She'll be fine. I make that claim based on all of the practice sessions we had. You'll be just fine. With a buzzer, the lights in the room went out. The audience became quiet. I'm nervous. This is the first CG since the only one that was ever seen in this entire Let's Play up till this point. I don't know, man. Given how Otome normally was, it was hard to imagine her being so nervous. Just play Charles as usual. No, thank you. What is she asking me? She must be a total bundle of nerves. This is really an unexpected side of her. There's no glimpse of the good sister in her now. It's rather amusing, but she can't stay like this. What a woeful cry. Calm down. As I said so, I held Otne's hand. Otne looked a little surprised, but then she looked relieved. This is just like when we practice at home. Let's just do it how we normally did. You and I can do this together. If you mess up, I'll follow, and if I mess up, you follow me, right? We might as well enjoy this. I smiled at Otome. Otome took a deep breath and seemed to relax. Yeah, she'll be fine. I looked at the lighting crew and gave them a cue. We exhaled slowly and then exhaled. I was still holding her hands. Well, let's get started.
昔々とある国のとある村にエトという少年がいました。孤児院育ちのエト少年は生まれつき目が見えません。
よほよほ。
それでもエト少年は持ち前の明るさと努力で一生懸命暮らしてきました。エトどこにいるの？彼女の名前はシャルル。目の見えないエト少年を孤児院から引き取った家の一人娘です。
Charlie, I'm here.
まあ、水汲みをしていたのね。二人はとても仲が良く、本当の兄弟のように育っていました。
You can see where she relates to the character
そんな二
then.
人を温かく見守るのは
シャルルの祖父ニコラじゃ。
シャルルの母クレアよ。エト少年はこの一家にとても大事にされ、それは幸せな日々を送っておりました。ただ一つ、エト少年には悩みがありました。
What a nice sister Charlie is. I can't see, but I'm sure her visage is as beautiful as her soul.
そうです。エト少年はシャルルに淡い恋心を抱いていたのです。ですが
However, all I do is trouble her. I have to work harder. I have to work harder so I don't trouble Charlie.
エト少年は自分が世話をしてくれているシャルルの重荷になっている。シャルルはそんなエト少年の悩みなど全く気づかず、今日もエト少年と一緒にお家のお手伝いをしています。シャルル、お夕飯のお野菜とお肉を買ってきてちょうだい。
Yes.
行こう、
Sure, Charlie.
そんなある日、
It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Christmas is almost here.
村はもうすぐやってくるクリスマスに大盛り上がりです。
All except one, the
クリ
Grinch.
スマスには年に一度、人々にプレゼントを与えるためにサンタクロースが地上に降りてくるのです。
So he's from an entirely different planet.
子供も大人もそんなサンタクロースがやってくるのを今から心待ちにしているのでした。
また今年もこの季節がやってきたな。はい、今年はシャルルがサンタとしてデビューするおめでたい年ですわ、おじいちゃん。
そうなのです。実はシャルルの家はサンタクロースの一家だったのです。ですがそのことは村人はおろか、一緒に住んでいるエト少年も知らない秘密なのでした。
おめでたいといえば、先日シャルルを嫁にしたいと言ってきた話はどうなったんじゃ。ほら、この土地の領主、お金持ちのフレッド伯爵からのラブコール。
それがまだ何もシャルルには言ってないのです。
何、こんないいご縁のお話は他にはないのだから、早くシャルルに伝えなさい。
わかりました。その頃シャルルは今年サンタデビューをするという喜びと不安でいっぱいでした。ねえ
What is it, Charlie?
エトはクリスマスにサンタさんからもらうプレゼント何がいい？
Let's see. There's a lot of things I want, but I'll keep them a secret.
どうして？
That's because I'm embarrassed.
教えてよ。誰にも言わないから。
No way, I'm gonna go draw water.
ああ、残念。エトの欲しいものが聞けなかったな。私、本当にサンタクロースになれるかしら。お父さんやおじいさんのような立派なサンタクロースに。大丈夫。きっと大丈夫。私がエトにプレゼントを渡すんだもの。エトの欲しいものは何かしら。欲しいものは何だってあげたいわ。だって私はエトが好きだから。
Otome was clenching her fist tightly, and she was looking out straight ahead. She was so nervous earlier, but there was no fear in her now. She had totally become Charles. I could tell the audience was captivated. Good, this is going well. The actors, the sound crew, and the lighting crew, we were all concentrating. For some reason, when I just said good there, I just pictured Anzu, like, in the crowd, just, like, hands kind of together in a kind of sinisterish way, and just like, good. It's like, why the sinister good? It's just like, it's just my way of saying it is good. It just comes off that way. We all looked good. I could feel everyone here had become one. Okay, I'm going to do my best too.
おう、麗しのシャルルよ。私の妻となるシャルル、どうかこの愛を受け取ってほしい。
村の外れから白馬に乗った貴族フレッドがやってきました。シャルルの返事を聞くためです。
シャルル、そなたの返事はもちろんイエースだろうな。
いくらフレッド伯爵に言い寄られてもシャルルはエトのことが好き。しかしそのことはうまく言えません。私はあなたの妻にはなりません。
ガッカー、Why？ なぜ？
私はエトの世話をしなくてはならないからです。このやりとりをこっそり聞いていたエト少年はショックを受けました。
No, I can't believe she turned down a marriage proposal because of me. I don't want her to. I want Charlie to be happy. As Santa-san, please let Charlie be happy. Let me be a burden upon her no more. Let me burden her no more.
そう願わずにはいられないエト少年なのでした。やがて村は一面雪に覆われ、みんなが待ちに待ったクリスマスです。
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
行き交う人はみんな楽しそうです。なのにエト少年だけは楽しくありません。エト、どうして私を避けるの？
I'm not avoiding you.
嘘。私と一緒に買い物に行ってくれないし、水汲みにも行ってくれないじゃない。
I can do everything by myself.
え？
I don't need your help anymore. I can do everything by myself.
エト。
Therefore, just leave me alone.
エト！言ってしまった。私はエトに嫌われてしまったの。どうしてこんなにもエトのことが。クリスマスイブのその夜、シャルルはサンタクロースとして村の一軒一軒を回っていました。この子のプレゼントは大きなクマのぬいぐるみ。マゼリカ・マジョリカ、我の願いを聞きたまえ。この子に大きなクマのぬいぐるみを与えたまえ。シャルルが魔法の呪文を唱えます。するとどうでしょう。寝ている子供の枕元に大きなクマのぬいぐるみが現れました。来年もいい子でいてね。さあ、次のお家は。やがてしらじらと夜が明ける頃、シャルルは最後のお家を訪ねました。そう、自分のお家で眠っているエト少年のところです。エト、私のこと嫌いになったんじゃないよね。私はエトのことがさあエトにプレゼントをしなくちゃ。エトは何が欲しいのかな。
Dear Santa, I love Charlie more than anyone. However, because I'm blind, I've become a burden to her. Because of me, Charlie turned down a marriage proposal. Santa-san, please make me disappear. Make me disappear so Charlie can be happy. That's the present I want.
どうしてそんなこと思っていただなんて。エトがシャルルの頬を涙が伝います。エトが消えたら私は不幸になるんだよ。エトがいないと私は幸せになんかなれないんだよ。シャルルは静かに泣きました。やがてその涙がエトのまぶたの上に落ちます。
Santa-san?
エトが目を覚ましたようです。こんばんは、エト。
Good evening, Santa-san. Did you read the letter I wrote about the peasants I want? I love everyone in this family. I especially love Charlie. Charlie did everything for me. That's why I want her to be happy. I don't want to be a burden to her. So please, Santa-san, the present I want is for you to make me to disappear. And for Charlie to be happy forever.
残念だけど、エトへのプレゼントはないんだよ。
Why?
だって、プレゼントをあげたら、シャルの大切なエトが消えてしまうから。
え？
そんな魔法、使えないよ。
Santa-san.
彼女はあなたのことが好き。縁談を断ったのもあなたが好きだから。エトのそばを離れたくないから。だからお願いだから、そんなプレゼントが欲しいなんて願わないで。
Santa-san? Are you crying?
エト少年は気づきません。私も泣いてるけど。違う。これはエトの涙。
Your sad feelings came across to me and I'm crying, right?
ええ。エトの悲しい気持ちが私の中にも入ってきてるのよ。エトとシャルルは抱き合いました。その時、
It's bright, very bright, but it's such a warm light.
エト、
I can see.
え、
I can see your face, Charlie.
エト、奇跡が起こりました。エト少年の目が見えるようになったのです。
I can see your face, Charlie.
よかった、エト。二人は再び強く抱きしめ合いました。エトとシャルルの互いに相手を思う気持ちがクリスマスに奇跡を起こしたのです。シャルルはエトに言います。私の幸せはもう手に入ったのよ、と。
Silence reigned in the classroom. Otome and I looked at each other. We felt a sense of accomplishment. There was nothing we could do if the audience chose not to accept it. We did everything we could. That was a very odd clap. The applause was sparse at first, but then it got pretty bizarre. And then it went natural. And then the classroom was suddenly filled with applause. Otome smiled. Anzu looked relieved for a moment and then...
みんな、舞台の前に並んで。
That hurt. Just going like that. It's just like, what the hell was all that about? She ordered. Everyone lined up. The applause grew even louder. That's when we all realized the show was a success. Anzu had a relieved look on her face. Akane, Wataru, and our classmates all looked so happy. Otome was standing next to me. We bowed to the audience. The applause went on and on forever. Still can't see your face.
楽しかったね。
Yeah, that'll make a great memory. Well, she did do a good job with the role there. It's like, actually, you know, like, with the whole sadness in her voice and all that, I think she did a pretty good job there. But then I walked cheerfully next to each other under the winter night sky.
でもよかったの？打ち上げ途中で抜け出してきちゃって。
Sure, it's too much trouble to deal with Rotaro when he's in that condition. Have we heard this track before? When Rotaro got excited, he was nothing but trouble. I'm sure Anzu and Akane are fed up with him by now.
でも弟くん主役なんだよ。
So are you, Otome.
だって私クラス違うし。
That doesn't matter, we could only perform because of you, Otome. It's not just Anzu, we're all really appreciative of what you did. Therefore, thank you. Those were my honest feelings. We could only enjoy the success because Otome was there. And I felt grateful from the bottom of my heart that I could experience this.
私も感謝してる。こんな機会を与えてもらって。
I also must say I do apologize for accidentally skipping some of the dialogue before it finished, you know, with the voice acting. But you see, I don't really know Japanese well enough to know when when they've stopped talking or not. Sometimes they like have a bit of a pause and I just assume they finished talking. I click enter and it's just like, damn it! Happens so damn often. Well, sort of.
私の方もありがとう。
She smiled warmly. You were so nervous though. I remembered how Otome was just before the performance and smiled.
ああ、こら、変なこと思い出すな。
I was having so much fun as Otome gently hit me. What beautiful lights. I felt something cold on my cheek. Otome apparently felt the same thing and looked up at the sky.
雪だよ、雪。
She opened her arms and turned around cheerfully.
ホワイトクリスマスだね。
How cliché. Her white breath quietly drifted up to the sky. Merry Christmas.
メリークリスマス。
Man, it's just like, imagine me in this scenario saying like that, just like, oh come on, don't be so cynical. We looked at each other and smiled. It's Christmas. I never thought it had any special meaning, but
寒いからくっついて帰ろう。
it's just like, with Christmas, it seems like it's celebrated by a lot of people, even if it isn't Christian, and just like, the more you look into like the background of it all, and it's just like, it really is really quite confusing stuff. I think like, I don't know, can't quite remember the details. Before I could answer, she clung on to me. She took my arm and I felt her warmth and smelled her sweet scent.
お家帰ったらクリスマスパーティーしようね。ごちそういっぱい作って。
To this beautiful music. That sounds great. Let's buy a cake on our way home because, you know, cake.
そうだね。
It's just like whenever it comes to Christmas, like, represented, like, in Japanese kind of way, I just think of that freaking Merry fucking Christmas song by Mr. Garrison. Where he's just like saying about the Japanese, all they do is eat a cake. Is it pretty much true then? Just like, it's Christmas! You know, that wonderful day where we get to eat a cake. I felt my heart throbbing. And a bottle of champagne.
あんまり飲みすぎちゃダメだからね。
Okay, as I watched the snowflakes fluttering, I felt a tiny bit of the special meaning of Christmas. And what is that? The warmth of family, friends, goodwill to all, and stuff like that. Although it's just be like, well, whatever. Matchford party content again. Every time a song is played, we saw that CD just a few moments ago, but not that one. Speaking of Matchford party content, so far with the Project Zebra LP on the main channel, Matchford party content. It's just like, I I just knew it, man. It's just annoying. Especially since it seems to be different on my other channel than this one. If we get match third-party content on this one, like the notification is a bit more straightforward, just like, do you accept this and all that, yes, and just click and that's that. On the other channel, on the other hand, it doesn't seem to have that option. It's like, okay, you don't need to take any action or anything, but it's just like, and it just like mentions something just like, but you won't be able to earn money on the video in question with the match third-party content. I'm just like, I've been Let's Playing for maybe 4 years now, I haven't made a damn penny. And I don't even want to. I'd feel it kind of go against my viewer copyright to, you know, actually make money off of this. Non-profit. Cherry trees all around. I wonder how that scene will get addressed now that we're actually going for her route. We'll finally get some damn answers. Although that's probably still a ways down the line, I imagine. The winter holidays. I cannot actually say that. I have to sing it every single time I see that.